Remember when anime characters had to train for their powers? Not anymore. Now we've got chefs outpowering demons, office workers running empires, and sleepy potion makers nuking armies by accident. These are the new overpowered characters changing the trend. Seems interesting, right? Well then, let's dig in and check out the list of the top 10 new overpowered anime characters to watch. Number 10, Takuto Era, Apocalypse Bringer Minogra.
はい、我が王よ。僕たちの国を作ろう。僕と君だけの王国を。
まずいことになった。あれは良くない存在だ。邪悪なる存在の権限だ。
Imagine getting isekai'd as the villain of a civilization-style strategy game. That is the life of Takuto. Not a hero, but a dark god reborn. He wasn't summoned to save the world, he was dropped into it as the final boss, and he's absolutely thriving. His empire, Minogra, spreads corruption and decay, and his monstrous citizens, they love him for it. No peace, no justice, just slow burn domination, deceased forests, and eerie strategy. Takuto's genius lies in calm, calculated control. He doesn't need flashy explosions, just overwhelming tactics that crush entire kingdoms. He doesn't conquer because he's angry, he conquers because he can. He's not just overpowered, he's over-civilized. And hey, before we dive in more, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Number 9, Akira. My status as an assassin obviously exceeds the hero's. Summoned to a fantasy world alongside the typical chosen hero, Akira is quietly handed a side class, Assassin. No one pays much attention until it's too late. That class? Completely broken. Akira doesn't use loud magic or boastful power. He's the kind of threat that slips past your guard, takes you out in one clean strike, and vanishes before your body hits the ground. His real strength is precision, control, cold focus. He doesn't waste time, he ends fights before they even begin. No flash, no drama, just a clean, efficient victory. He's deadly and always 10 steps ahead. That's what makes Akira a top-tier overpowered protagonist who is absolutely unstoppable, and never in a rush to prove it. Number 8, Denosuke Uchimura, headhunted to another world, from salaryman to Big Four.
Omandra the Inferno Assailant.
Overseas Manager Denosuke Uchimura.
Rely on me. We're friends, right? Even if you disappoint the whole world, I'll still stand by your side.
Denosuke isn't a warrior. He doesn't cast spells, he's just a burned out salaryman ready to quit it all. Until a group of demons offer him a job he never saw coming. Now he's one of the 4 heavenly kings. Not because he's strong, but because he knows how to run a business. In this fantasy world, wars are messy, supply chains are broken, morale is low, and armies are totally unorganized. But Uchimura shows up with Excel spreadsheets, PowerPoint slides, and ruthless negotiation tactics. And somehow, that's more dangerous than any fireball. While others charge into battle, he's fixing infrastructure, calming angry factions, and making deals that save entire kingdoms, all before lunch. He's not violent, but in a chaotic world, he's the one turning it into a system. Number 7, Takumi Iruma. Someday will I be the greatest alchemist? Takumi doesn't fight. He brews tea, while casually crafting a potion that could flatten a mountain. He's a soft-spoken chemist with a gift so busted, even the gods would stop and stare. While knights swing oversized swords and shout about glory, Takumi's in his workshop brewing bombs that distort time, elixirs that shatter logic, and healing salves so potent they might offend divine law. He doesn't train, he tinkers, and every time he experiments, something legendary gets born. He doesn't draw blood, He simply creates things powerful enough to change the world. One spoon, one plant, one boring afternoon. That's all it takes for Takumi to turn his craft into dominance. Number 6, Makuta. Campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill, Season 2.
なんだこれは。
新鮮な反応。
まずくはなかった。異世界にはこのような不思議な飲み物。
炭酸飲んだからだよ。
我がその。
出てる出てる。
何がだ。
Makuta was summoned to a deadly new world with no combat skills. Just a strange ability. Access to an online supermarket. I know, sounds like a joke, until it isn't. With every meal he cooks, Makuta reshapes the world around him. His food doesn't just fill stomachs, but heals, strengthens, and transforms people. He tames mythical beasts without ever lifting a weapon, just with kindness, consistency, and world-class meals. By Season 2, he's more than just a cook. He's the emotional and tactile backbone of his party, the protector who doesn't need to fight because everyone around him is powered up by his food and loyalty. He doesn't make mistakes, he doesn't lose control, and in a world where strength is everything, Makuta proves that sometimes a warm meal is the most overpowered skill of all. Number 5, Natsuko, Zenshu.
今魔物の声が。大丈夫か。
Natsuko is a fresh kind of overpowered, far more unnerving than flashy. She's a master of calm, eerie violence. No fury, no wasted energy, just pure precision. Every moment feels deliberate, every strike lands exactly where it needs to, like she already calculated the outcome before the fight even began. She barely even looks like she's trying, and that's what makes her so dangerous. There's a clinical coldness in how she dominates enemies. One moment there's noise, the next, silence. But she's not emotionless. Her stillness comes from complete control, from knowing what needs to be done and doing it without hesitation. If you like overpowered characters with a quiet edge and a touch of dread, Natsuko's your girl. Number 4, Liam Sarah Banfield. I'm the evil lord of an intergalactic empire.
この子の操縦にはイメージが重要です。イメージして頭の中に思い描いた通りに機体が動きます。いかん、意識が胸に。
コクピットで裏山けしからんことをするな。よりスター様の機体で。いやダメだから違うって。
Liam Sarah Banfield was reincarnated with one mission: to become the greatest evil lord the universe has ever seen. And honestly, he's incredible at it. From military conquests to intergalactic politics, Liam rises like a force of nature. He builds a vast empire with terrifying efficiency, commands entire fleets, and even masters swordsmanship that rivals the best of the best. Now, Liam thinks he's evil. He believes he's ruling with cruelty and selfishness. But in reality, he's fixing corrupt systems, protecting people, and becoming a symbol of hope for the entire galaxy. His people adore him, and his allies respect him. Even his enemies can't ignore the impact that he's making. Liam's overpowered not just because he wins battles, but because he wins everything: the war, the politics, and the hearts of his people. Number 3, Azusa Aizawa. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level.
How long do you plan on staying with me? Now that I have submitted myself to the Great Witch of the Highlands, I am not allowed to leave my mistress's side ever. Wait, so you're coming to live with us? That is correct.
Lady Azusa! Our house is not big enough for 2 dragons! Please order Flat Torque to return to her own home!
Blue Dragon custom requires me to protect my mistress. If I abandon that sacred duty, then I must kill myself.
That's a hardcore custom.
What if you accidentally became the most powerful person alive? Just by living peacefully. That is Azusa Aizawa. After dying from overwork in her past life, all she wanted in her next life was a quiet one. Maybe grow some herbs up on a hill. Nothing intense. So she took the safest job possible: killing weak slimes, one per day for 300 years. Without even realizing it, that peaceful routine maxed out her level and made her the strongest being in the world. Immortal, untouchable, and totally unmatched. Azusa became a legend without ever trying to be one. When demons, dragons, and even gods begin to challenge her, they soon discover that she can defeat them with no effort at all. She carries her ridiculous strength with composure. With tea in her hand, she subverts every OP cliche. Number 2, Taro Sakamoto. Sakamoto Days.
A red bean bun would be nice too. Cool. Amateur. Tofu scramble. Pulled a neck muscle. I have got special technique. What? It's impossible. I'll just kill the woman. I can hear.
Taro Sakamoto was once the deadliest assassin alive, a ghost in the shadows, unmatched in precision and lethality. He could eliminate anyone, anywhere, without ever being seen. But then he walked away from it all. He fell in love, started a family, and decided to choose peace. Now, he runs a convenience store. And still hasn't lost his edge. Sakamoto doesn't need flashy powers or weapons. Just give him tape, a shopping cart, or even a bottle of soy sauce, and you'll see him dismantling an entire hit squad with calm precision. He reads his opponents like an open book, wastes no movement, and ends fights before they even begin. He doesn't fight because he wants to, he fights because he has to. And when he does, you remember exactly why he was once feared by the entire underworld. Number 1, Rufus. A wild last boss appeared.
そなたの全力世が受け止めてみせよう
Rufus was the apex predator of her world, the Demon Overlord who reigned with unmatched might. But then she vanished, became a legend, and now she's back, fully aware, fully powered, and more terrifying than ever. Rufus doesn't just defeat enemies, she dismantles empires, outmaneuvers entire armies, and commands a caste of subordinates whose power alone can shake nations. She's not here to prove herself, as she's already been set as the standard. While others struggle to keep up, Rufus moves like a force of nature which is absolute, unstoppable, and always 10 steps ahead. Rufus doesn't need a power-up arc. She is the power-up. When she shows up, the world doesn't just react, it remembers who's in charge. That's it for today. Which of these OP powerhouses is your favorite? Drop your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you loved watching these characters casually bend their worlds to their will, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more anime chaos, power fantasies, and hidden gems. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.